Winchester Defender, Remington HTP, Barnes TAC-TPD. A Bodyguard 2.0 versus Bodyguard 2.0 carry comp velocity comparison video. We're back out at the beautiful Banner shooting range for yet another exciting episode of our Bodyguard 2 versus Bodyguard 2 carry comp velocity comparison series. In today's episode, we have another special guest star. Today, the SIG P365-380 with its 3.1-inch barrel, so we can see if a 3.1-inch non-ported versus 3.1-inch ported barrel has any effect on velocity. To start today's test, we're starting with Winchester Defender. This is a 95 grain bonded jacketed hollow point, advertised velocity 1,000 feet per second. We'll start today's test with the Bodyguard 2.0, top left-hand target, 5 shots. Let's see if we can put some hits on the target and get some velocity numbers. .930, 952, 945, 975, 999, and now our carry comp. After previously shooting the Bodyguard, carry comp, and SIG a little earlier today before this video, the Bodyguard 2 felt like it had some kick. Could be the ammo. Let's find out. Here we go with the carry comp. .997, 961, 984, 980, 977. We might have another ammo where for the carry comp versus the 2.0, there's not much velocity difference. And finally, the SIG P365-380, right-hand target. .976, 968, 934, 1020, 967. Okay, Bodyguard 2, average 960 feet per second. Carry comp, 980 feet per second. SIG P365-380, 973 feet per second. The second ammo in today's video is Remington HTP, or High Terminal Performance. This has an 88 grain jacketed hollow point projectile, advertised velocity 990 feet per second. Starting again with the Bodyguard 2 at our left-hand target. .920, 938, 952, 935, 922. And now the Bodyguard 2 carry comp. Here we go. .963, 932, 950, 946, 9 952.
And now the 365 380 right-hand target. $935, $954, $923,
$928,
$942.
for the Bodyguard 2, 934 feet per second. Carry comp, 949 feet per second. P365, 937 feet per second. The final ammo in today's video is Barnes TAC-TPD. This has an 80 grain TAC-TPD monolithic hollow point projectile. Advertised velocity on the box, 990 feet per second. Conveniently the same as the Remington, which made it easy to remember.
Bottom left target, starting with our Bodyguard 2 again. $879, $905, $901,
$879.
We had our best group of the day going until I pulled a flyer on the 5th shot.
Other notable thing was, by far the least felt recoil of the 3 ammos we fired today, out of our Bodyguard 2 with that Barnes TAC-TPD.
And now the Bodyguard 2, here we go. Carry comp, I should say. Carry comp, middle target.
$922,
$950,
$924,
$890,
$971.
and finally, the last 5 of the day.
From our P365, $950, $923, $911,
$870,
$928. From the Bodyguard 2, average velocity was 892 feet per second. From the carry comp, 932 feet per second. From our P365, 916 feet per second. Interesting. For all 3 ammos today, we had the highest velocity from our Bodyguard 2 carry comp with its power port. I would have expected, and I'm sure the internet would have been me on this, is the same length 3.1 inch barrel of our 365, not ported, would have had higher velocity. But the world and the chronograph said nay today, and in fact, the carry comp slightly more velocity across the board. Interesting. Winchester Defender in 380 ACP has a 95 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. The advertised velocity is 1,000 feet per second for 210.9 foot-pounds of energy out of a 3 3/4 inch barrel. Found in local stores, it's priced around $31.99 for a 20 round box. Out of the 2 3/4 inch barrel of our Bodyguard 2, our average velocity was 960 feet per second for 194.4 foot-pounds of energy. Out of the 3.1 inch ported barrel of our carry comp, that went to 980 feet per second for 202.5 foot-pounds of energy. And out of the 3.1 inch non-ported barrel of our 365 380, our average velocity was 973 feet per second for 199.7 foot-pounds of energy. An argument can be made with this ammo that out of all 3 firearms, I'd say the velocity is close enough that it's almost within one round or the next, and practically the same. The second ammo in today's test was Remington High Terminal Performance, or HTP. In 380 ACP, this ammo has an 88 grain jacketed hollow point projectile, advertised velocity 990 feet per second for 191.5 foot-pounds of energy. That's out of an unknown test barrel length. Found in local stores, it's priced around $23.99 for a 20-round box. Out of the 2 3/4 inch barrel of our Bodyguard 2, our average velocity was 934 feet per second for 170.4 foot-pounds of energy. Out of the 3.1 inch ported barrel of our carry comp, that went to 949 feet per second for 175.9 foot-pounds of energy. And out of the 3.1 inch barrel of our SIG P365 380, 937 feet per second for 171.5 foot-pounds of energy. Again, the velocities are so close on these 3 firearms for this ammo that an argument can be made that it's basically the same. The final ammo in today's video was Barnes TAC-TPD. In 380 ACP, this has an 80 grain monolithic hollow point, advertised velocity 990 feet per second for 174.1 foot-pounds of energy, also out of an unknown barrel length. In local stores, you can find this for around $25.99 for a 20-round box. Out of the 2 3/4 inch barrel of our Bodyguard 2, our average velocity was 892 feet per second for 141.3 foot-pounds of energy. Out of the 3.1 inch ported barrel of our Bodyguard 2 carry comp, average velocity went up to 932 feet per second for 154.3 foot-pounds of energy. And out of the 3.1 inch non-ported barrel of our P365 380, 916 feet per second for 149 foot-pounds of energy. Between the P365 and the Bodyguard carry comp, our velocities are close enough within one round or the next to where you could say practically the same. Though I do think we see a noticeable increase in this case going from our original Bodyguard 2 to the carry comp. Interesting. The trend that started in our first video and pretty much carried along through our now 5th video, we see that in general, our Bodyguard 2 carry comp has had the highest velocity compared to the Bodyguard 2, the original version. And interestingly enough, in today's video, we can see that for our P365 380, our velocity across the board slightly lower than our Bodyguard 2 carry comp, though an argument can be reasonably made that it's within one round or the next and practically the same. Though in 2 of the 3 ammos in today's video, we again see that for all 3 firearms, the velocity is close enough to where that same argument can be made. And for the 3rd ammo, what I would call a noticeable increase in velocity from our Bodyguard 2 original to the Bodyguard 2 carry comp. The trend we saw for most of our ammos in this series so far. Well, anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, like the video, share it with your friends and family. Those things are free, and they really help the channel greatly. If you didn't enjoy the video, well, like it anyway. No one's going to know that you liked it, and it helps us greatly. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day. All right, Frederick, let me know when your big ears get sense of something. Dun, dun, dun. On the case of the the case of the Midwest Tiger. What's that, Frederick? It fell in a well? Careful, your box is so low I can barely get this